Hi, my name is Sam Chowdhury. I'm a real estate broker in the state of Texas. I wanted to talk to you about Jerome Powell or the Federal Reserve, who's responsible for raising the interest rate. And I know I made my title very funny, that sleeping Jerome Powell. All right, let me tell you exactly why. What has happened when the COVID started back in March of 2020, pretty much everything got shut down. At that time, the Federal Reserve came in and they wanted to stimulate the economy, and they wanted to boost the economy, and they wanted to give free money basically at that time, the free money which was given out to pretty much everybody, right? So when the businesses receive almost close to $6 trillion, anywhere from 5.5 to $6 trillion, what did the businesses do? They went ahead and bought their own shares, and they also gave some of that money to the employees. Well, when they bought their own shares, the stock market went up. Because the stock market went up and people could not work, they were home, they started to trade in the stock market. Now, at the same time, they're making all this money and all this stimulus money, which is coming to them, depending on their price point. Guess what? They were at home starting to buy a lot of stuff. And that actually really stimulated the economy, right? And the only thing is, because of the COVID, the people or the supply where all the goods were coming from overseas, also the goods were not coming. So there was a limited supply. Because of that, the prices of everything start to go up, which shows inflation going up, right? Now, why am I calling Jerome Powell? Well, we are in approximately over 2 years, or a little bit over 2.5 years, or 2 years and 2.25 years into this COVID recovery now. And Federal Reserve waited so long to get rid of that zero interest rate policy, or 0.25, such a low interest rate. They brought it down. What they did, they just did not give out the free money. They also brought the interest rate down. But one of the good thing or bad thing, it depends on how you look at it, Federal Reserve have never bought mortgages before. Never bought mortgages. They went into the market and they started to buy mortgages, hence bringing down the normal interest rate for the mortgage, which was being charged at that time 3.75 to 4.25, all the way down to 2.75, and it went as low as 2.5, in some instances. Because of that, the consumer, guess what? They're home, they're looking at the properties online, and everybody wanted to buy a home. So it kind of became a very, very tight funnel. I'm going to give you an example. In March of 2021, I was selling a property and I had 84 offers in 4 days, 84 offers in 4 days. And basically, of course, we can only sell the property to one person, and 104 showings in 4 days, right? So that is called overstimulating of the economy. It's like giving sugar to a child, right? Giving sugar to a child, a lot of sugar to a child, since I have kids, and then we're running around. And then after that, instead of slowly not giving them any more sugar, they give them more sugar, right? Or they just leave the bowl outside, and the child still keep eating that sugar. It keeps running around. Now Jerome Powell is like everybody in the world in last year, mid-June, everybody's saying, hey, the economy's too hot. You need to slow it down somehow, right? You need to raise the interest rate. He's like, no. The inflationary pressure is just transitory, right? It's going to come down by itself. No, it did not, because we knew it. Supply, there's not enough supply for the demand. The demand has been strong, consumer has been strong up to now. And in fact, retail sales numbers came out now, and it is still strong. The consumer are not used to. They are getting into the habit of buying. They're not slowing down, right? So now Federal Reserve is raising the interest rate. He's tying these with the rope. He's tying the stones, right? Or tying the child to sit down calmly or slow down calmly, and adding more and more weight to the stone. Well, guess what? The child is strong, or the economy is still strong, and it's running around. And guess what? Now he's raising the interest rate so aggressively that it's going to really slow down this inflation, to bring it down, right? Because there's just not enough supply coming through, right? Because we're not the only one recovering. The whole world is recovering, right? So now they actually Federal Reserve ended up buying approximately $4.6 trillion worth of mortgages, and artificially bringing down the interest rate to 2.75, right? At that time, or 2.5. Well, now they're going back and they're raising the interest rate, and it's going up. Because Federal Reserve is not buying it, guess what? The interest rate is about to cross 6.5 or 6.25, right? Is that because they're raising interest rate a lot? No. They're literally raising the interest rate, and they are just at the 2020 level or 2019 level, right? But the thing is, since they're not buying it, there's no other investors trying to buy that mortgage securities. Hence, the interest rate is at 6.5. I do believe it's going to kind of get capped at 6.5 or so because it becomes pretty lucrative for a lot of investors out there. Hey, let's start buying this mortgages because that's a guaranteed income, right? It becomes a good bond note. It's going to be good income for a very, very long run. So I just wanted to, I hold this Federal Reserve responsible, giving too much sugar, overstimulating the economy, and then after that, not taking actions fast enough to kind of slow it down so it can have a slow, it can slow it down. No, they just want to literally tie everybody down, tie this economy down to really bring it to a halt, which is not going to, hopefully it's going to work and see what happens. But just to remember, just to kind of share this again, economy is very strong, guys. Consumer is very strong. So if you're still looking to buy, real estate has always performed really, really good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's going to be commercial or residential. Remember, when it comes to residential properties, people still need a place to stay. It doesn't matter how bad or good the economy gets, people still need a place to stay. So if you folks are thinking about adding real estate to your portfolio or looking to buy, real estate should be one of your assets in your portfolios. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. My name is Sam Chowdhury, and looking forward to talking to you.